Senator Tom Cotton has introduced a bill that would prohibit the federal government from using the term West Bank when referring to Israeli-occupied territory. If passed, federal agencies would be forced to call the land Judea and Samaria, the name preferred by Israel. In a press release, his office announced Senator Tom Cotton today introduced retiring the egregious confusion over the genuine name of Israel's zone of influence by necessitating government use of Judea and Samaria, otherwise known as Recognizing Judea and Samaria Act. The name just rolls right off the tongue. The legislation would require all official U.S. documents and materials to use Judea and Samaria instead of the West Bank. The Jewish people's legal and historic rights to Judea and Samaria goes back thousands of years. The U.S. should stop using the politically charged term West Bank to refer to the biblical heartland of Israel. Cotton was joined by Representative Claudia Tenney, a Republican from the Finger Lakes region of New York, who added, "The Israeli people have an undeniable and indisputable historical and legal claim over Judea and Samaria. And at this critical moment in history, the United States must reaffirm this. This bill reaffirms Israel's rightful claim to its territory. I remain committed to defending the integrity of the Jewish state and fully supporting Israel's sovereignty over Judea and Samaria." Netanyahu and other members of his cabinet have supported annexing parts of the West Bank and support increased settlement development on Palestinian land. This is illegal under international law, but they're looking to the Trump administration and members of Congress for support. 2025, the year of sovereignty in Judea and Samaria. Smotrich, who is a cabinet official in Israel, wrote on X using the biblical name by which Israel refers to the occupied West Bank. But Tom Cotton appears to be going even further in his language policing than Netanyahu, who has referred to it as the West Bank in the past while also promising to settle and annex it. Take a look.
I'm sure many of you have heard the claim that Jewish communities in Judea, Samaria, the West Bank, are an obstacle to peace. I've always been perplexed by this notion.
Today, I'm announcing my intention to apply, with the formation of the next government, Israeli sovereignty on the Jordan Valley and northern Dead Sea.
The Jewish people have a valid, legal, historic, and moral claim to Judea and Samaria, and it supports Israel's sovereignty over the Jewish communities there. ובעזרת השם, אנחנו נחיל את הריבונות היהודית על כל היישובים כחלק מארץ ישראל.
Now, of course, there's the issue of illegal settlements, and we know Netanyahu has zero regard for the law or international law. But on this bill by Tom Cotton and Claudia Tenney, do you think this should be their top priority right now?
Of course not. But, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. In my past, I've been known to be a fan of strip clubs.
Oh my.
And there's a thing that happens when you go to a strip club where each individual girl has her turn to go onto the stage. And what ends up happening is they show up with some kind of top and bottom, or maybe even like a coverall. And at certain points, they start removing the stuff. And the expectation is the more they remove, the more everybody who's in attendance is supposed to tip, right? What Tom Cotton is doing, he just took his top off. He's showing AIPAC a little tit, and he's going to expect to get some campaign contributions and some money out of being this much of a freaking Israel shill that he would actually say in public that West Bank is a politically charged term. Okay, that's all he's doing. He's dancing for dollars, the sweet, sweet AIPAC dollars. And this is just the beginning, folks, because I'll have you know, a lot of these strip clubs are all nude. So you could imagine that when the top comes off,
my goodness.
there's more to come when that's the case. So y'all do with that what y'all will.
We don't have to imagine much. You've painted quite a picture. It's quite illustrative. Now that we've learned all about your experience here in Atlanta's Magic City, I'll answer the question as best I can. Listen, Tom Cotton is a fool. He's keeping with the same way that he described slavery as a necessary evil. Woz is right about one thing, minus all the other stripper rhetoric. This is about money and donations. And the other thing I will say, Jordan, is when you talk about what's illegal, it depends. It's in the eye of the beholder. The United States will always side with Israel, even if we challenge Netanyahu with the incoming administration. That's surely not going to happen. That's really all I have to say. I'm trying to clean up in here, okay? Can't unhear it. I'll go back to you, Jordan. This show went so wrong.
Are we going to pretend that Sharon has never stepped foot in a Magic City or a Blue Flame or a Pinups or a Strokers?
I enjoy being told.
You've never been to one of these establishments, Sharon?
Only for the story.
Oh, just for the story. Oh, you were working.
Investigative report. That's right.
You were working.
Oh, I was working. Yes. Yes.
Someone's reviewing your credit card transactions. Like, what, $800 at Strokers? I'm working on a story.
Shoe leather journalism, folks.
Anything for the story.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.